Let's talk about Seneca, an old-time philosopher who was a pro at staying calm in a crazy world. His Stoic teachings aren't just fancy words. They're like superpowers that have helped people for ages. And guess what? They can help us too. By the end of this video, you'll have a bunch of Stoic tools to handle anything life throws at you. You'll be like a superhero with mental toughness, ready to take on anything. Oh, and if you like what we're doing, hit that subscribe button. It helps us keep making awesome content like this. And hey, don't skip any part of the video. You're here because you're awesome, and awesome people dive deep. So let's do this together. Number 1. Seneca, an ancient philosopher, once said, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." This idea highlights the importance of focusing on one thing at a time, a central concept in Stoic philosophy. In today's fast-paced world, where multitasking is celebrated, Stoicism encourages us to pause and reconsider this approach. When we try to do too many things at once, our attention gets scattered, leading to more mistakes and lower quality work. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, echoed this sentiment, advising us to concentrate fully on whatever task is in front of us. This focus isn't just about being more productive. It's about cultivating a mindset that values depth over breadth. By immersing ourselves fully in one activity at a time, whether it's work, a personal project, or a conversation, we experience a greater sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Moreover, focusing on one task at a time has significant psychological benefits. It reduces the cognitive load on our brains, decreasing stress and improving our decision-making abilities. Aristotle, who emphasized the development of virtues through habitual right action, would likely support this practice as a way to cultivate self-control and regulate our desire for distraction. In embracing this Stoic principle, we not only align with ancient wisdom but also with modern psychology, which suggests that our brains are not designed to handle complex tasks simultaneously. By giving our full attention to one thing at a time, both the quality of our work and our overall well-being improve. Number 2. Socrates' method of deep inquiry and dialogue exemplifies the power of this focused approach. By concentrating intensely on one subject, we become more thoughtful, peaceful, and balanced individuals. Stoicism invites us to reject the chaos of modern multitasking and embrace a more deliberate and purposeful way of being. As we practice this focused approach, we may find that our results and overall well-being improve. Seneca's insight that all the greatest torments are the result of an undisciplined mind reveals a profound truth about human nature. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-control and rational thinking, providing us with a framework to manage our emotions and impulses effectively. Number 3. Instead of suppressing our emotions, Stoicism teaches us to understand and manage them. This process begins with self-awareness. As Epictetus famously said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By becoming more aware of our impulses and the triggers that set them off, we can respond in ways that align with our long-term goals and values. Aristotle believed in finding the balance between excess and deficiency, known as the golden mean. Similarly, in impulse control, we aim for a balance between spontaneous reactions and complete inaction, seeking thoughtful, deliberate responses that reflect our best selves. Number 4. Practicing philosophy as a guide to controlling our impulses involves cultivating rational thought as a habit. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of aligning our thoughts with rational and virtuous principles, reminding us that you have power over your mind, not outside events. By critically examining our impulses with the aid of philosophical wisdom, we can make choices that are not dictated by fleeting emotions but are the result of careful thought and reflection. This practice strengthens our mental fortitude and helps us live more harmoniously with our values. Number 5. The Stoic approach to impulse control is about cultivating an inner dialogue that questions and assesses our instinctive reactions. It's about making philosophy not just a subject we study, but a way we live our lives. allowing us to rise above immediate gratifications and achieve a deeper sense of satisfaction and purpose. Seneca's advice to rehearse them in your mind: exile, torture, war, shipwreck may sound dramatic, but it underscores the importance of mental preparation for life's inevitable challenges. Stoicism teaches us to anticipate and mentally rehearse for the worst, not to fill us with dread, but to diminish the shock and pain when difficulties do occur. This practice, known as premeditatio malorum, helps us train our minds to handle stress and adversity with less panic and more poise. It's like athletes practicing under tough conditions to prepare for competition, except we're training our minds to handle life's curveballs. Applying Stoic principles doesn't mean living in constant anxiety about what could go wrong. Instead, it's about having a realistic acknowledgement of potential negative outcomes and taking proactive steps to prepare for them. By staying prepared, we not only shield ourselves from the initial shock, but also quicken our recovery and adjustment periods. Seneca's counsel helps us forge a mindset where we're not overwhelmed by adversity, but fortified against it. This mental readiness is about being prepared to deal with any situation, enhancing our resilience and overall mental toughness. Through the Stoic lens, we see not just the potential for loss or hardship, but also the opportunity for growth and renewal in every challenge. Seneca's insight that difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body speaks to the practice of voluntarily embracing hardships. It's about deliberately choosing to experience discomfort, not as punishment, but as a way to fortify our mental resilience and expand our capacity to handle life's challenges. Embracing voluntary hardships resets our comfort thresholds and fosters a deep sense of self-efficacy. By integrating this Stoic principle into our lives, we learn to appreciate our current circumstances more fully. We build a life not on the avoidance of hardship, but on the foundation of resilience, viewing every challenge as an opportunity for growth. Number 6. Seneca's observation that we suffer more often in imagination than in reality reminds us of the power of perception. Stoicism teaches us the importance of how we choose to see and interpret life's challenges, significantly impacting our experience of them. By detaching from our initial emotional responses and seeing the bigger picture, we gain control over our reactions and maintain a sense of purpose and resilience. This mental shift frees us from victimhood, empowering us to live proactively and foster healthier relationships. Seneca's advice to retire into yourself as much as possible emphasizes the value of solitude in Stoic philosophy. True solitude is a state of rich self-awareness, providing a sanctuary for deep self-reflection and introspection in our fast-paced world. Spending time alone allows us to explore our thoughts and emotions without distraction, cultivating a deeper understanding of ourselves and our values. It also strengthens our resilience and mental endurance, preparing us for the inevitable challenges of life. By retiring into ourselves, we gain the clarity needed to act more thoughtfully in the world. Solitude is not about escaping life, but about deepening our engagement with it, enabling us to live more fully and meaningfully. In conclusion, Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus provide us with a roadmap for using solitude as a tool to live authentically and achieve personal fulfillment. Stoicism offers practical strategies that empower us to lead more thoughtful, resilient, and purposeful lives. By applying these Stoic practices, we're not just surviving, we're thriving, cultivating a life of peace and fulfillment from within. In the spirit of Stoicism, let's continue to explore how we can apply these ancient wisdoms to navigate the complexities of modern life. Do subscribe and be Stoic.